Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Kooler Lifestyle Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Kuehlhorn, and I'm excited to have you join me as I interview community members and business leaders from the communities in which I live, work, and serve through my business, Kooler Garage Doors. We're going to bring you highlights on characters in our communities. Why? Because community matters, and I want to know more about who is behind our business and leadership in order to understand and support the community fabric that our relationships make up. Join me twice a month as we dive into getting to know each other better, and collectively, we can build stronger communities that support our lifestyles, our youth, and our health. Good deal. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Matt Kuehlhorn, your host of Kooler Lifestyle Podcast. And today I have the privilege of talking to Eric Hagelin, married father of 6, local here in Gunnison, Colorado. He and I have engaged on a multiple number of projects at this point. He is the owner of Clear Skies Marketing, and we're glad to have you here, Eric. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you for having me today, Matt.
You bet, man. I want to kick it off, man. What do you love about Gunnison and Crested Butte communities? What brought you out here? What keeps you here? What's the excitement? What juices you?
Well, I went to Western in 2006 to 2011 and moved back to where I grew up in Connecticut. And after I left the small town community and the mountains, they just kept calling my name in the busy lifestyle of the cities in on the East Coast. So what I love most about Gunnison and Crested Butte communities is that they're actually communities. I see people that I know everywhere I go. When I go to the stores, I'm always waving. People are waving back. I see my kids' teachers in various locations. And that sense of community, I feel like only exists in a small town like this. And that's what really brought me back here and is what is keeping me here and what's going to keep me here.
Love that. So your definition of community is kind of this inner web of relationships, being able to
Correct.
interact, rub shoulders, see people that you know.
Yeah, it's not bumping into people on the street because they're in your way while you're walking down a busy street in the city, you know.
Right. I love that. All right. So you are the proprietor of Clear Skies Marketing. You do a number of different things to help businesses promote themselves and get into the right spaces so that they can be seen. What do you see your business's role being in the communities?
So my biggest role in the community is helping other businesses stand out for tourists. And I love to drive down the road and see this updated Gunnison with new signage where tourists, when they're coming through, are drawn to these locations. So my business does a number of things for small business, but that I see as the most impactful one locally.
I love it. So a facelift.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Love it. How does your business support community?
Well, right now, I just hired on my first full-time employee, and I'm starting them at a livable wage. And I do a lot of work with the schools and the school systems. I recently did all the helmets for the 8th grade football team, and everybody was super stoked about it. It's got the Mustang logo on the side, die cut. I used the really high-end car wrap vinyl, so it wraps around the helmet really nice. And I'd like to continue to support the community by investing my time into programs. Right now, I currently coach football. I coach the Lil Pros, the first and second graders. They're a blast to coach. And that's not so much a business support in the community, but I like that me as a business owner can jump in and support the community. And I would expect that from the rest of the employees that I continue to hire as my business grows.
Yes, I love that. I love that, man. Good for you. So I'll reference you as Coach Hagelin.
Yeah, I have been coaching for a very long time since I was in high school. Actually, 2005, I started coaching, and I've been doing that for a long time. I'm mostly in the 9 and 10-year-old area. I coach some high school football as a passing league, like a flag football league during the summer. But yeah, I love being a part of the community in that regard. I love watching the kids, stick to sports and stay away from drugs. And I feel like it's a really important role for the community.
Yeah, it sure is, man. I didn't get this detail out there, but I'm curious, what's the age range of your kids?
My
Who do you
age
have at
range
home?
right now is 13 to 3. So my
Right
oldest
on.
is 13 and the youngest is 3. This is the first year in 13 years that we have all children in school.
Right on. Congratulations.
Thanks.
All right. So we keep these conversations short. This is just little tidbits. I've got a couple ending questions here, and it kind of goes into some of the dreams, some of the visualization. What would you like to see in our community that is not currently here? What might be missing or what might be an addition that you could see opportunity for either other businesses, yourself, or community leaders in general to latch onto?
I think the biggest thing that's lacking in the community is things to do, especially during the winter, for families, really. We've got the rec center, which is phenomenal. We spend a lot of time in the pool over there doing the rock climbing wall. The kids love that. I got all 6 kids on the wall at one time because they've got 7 harnesses, 7 lines. So it's really cool to see them all, just getting moving and doing stuff. And right now we're at a point where we don't have enough business for more activities to come in here. Like on the East Coast, we could drive 45 minutes or an hour to get to some really cool stuff for kids like arcades, mini golf, stuff like that. And over here we have the outdoors, which is fantastic. But I tell you, bundling up 6 kids for -20 in the winter, skiing or whatever, is a lot of work. And just seeing more things come in here that would help families and just be a place where people could hang out during the winter, I think would be great.
I would agree with that. And it is a bit of a challenge, just being in the colder environment. So I can only imagine it with 6 children as well.
Yeah.
I have two, so it just sounds exponentially more difficult the more you add on.
Well, in the winter, the younger ones are required to wear snow pants to go to school. So I got to dress them up like starfishes
Yeah.
yeah, just to get them to school in the morning. So, yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome. Well, tell us, how can people learn more about you and your business?
Well, I'm active on social media quite a bit on Instagram at Clear Skies Marketing, on Facebook at Clear Skies Marketing there as well. And hopefully people start seeing me more around town. I'm wrapping my van currently with the Clear Skies logo on it, so it should be hard to miss. I've got a boom truck that's got Clear Skies on it. So yeah, if anybody's interested in any of that stuff, they can contact me through the website, through phone, email. I'm definitely available for small businesses and marketing. And I also do signs, banners, posters, stickers, all that. So,
I love it, man. Well, it's been certainly a pleasure on my end to work with you, to get to know you. I'm glad that you're here in the community, and I really appreciate your time in today's conversation. And I would encourage anybody listening to go connect with Eric, either find him in his boom truck or check him out on his social media at Clear Sky Marketing. And Eric, I really appreciate your time. Thanks so much for today.
yeah, thank you for having me, Matt.